Welcome to Zoe Stories. Kidnapper turned me into girl. At the tender age of 10, amidst the carefree joy of street games, a harrowing twist of fate befell me. Abducted due to a case of mistaken identity, I, Sammy, found myself thrust into a bewildering ordeal that reshaped my very sense of self, all without my consent. My world was small, just my mother and sister for kin. A diminutive figure, barely brushing the 4-foot mark. I was. Long locks, courtesy of my mother's preference, framed my face, which she claimed suited me well. Delicate and slight, my frame was more akin to a whisper than a shout. Perhaps my mother harbored dreams of ribbons and dresses, yet I reveled in the rough and tumble of boyhood pursuits. Despite this, glances often lingered with confusion, mistaking my delicate features and flowing tresses for those of a girl, a look my mother cherished. The days were dragged in the golden haze of summer, the air balmy and the sun a generous companion. With the break of dawn, my enthusiasm to embrace the outdoors was uncontainable. I hastened through my morning ablutions, splashing water on my face, brushing teeth, and grooming my hair. Clad in the hand-me-downs of my elder sister, courtesy of my mother's insistence, I ventured out to revel in the holidays' playtime. She assured me that it was fine if they got spoiled. The garments weren't overly girly, and they were bound to get stained regardless. So I slipped into her vintage undergarments, adorned with tiny princesses. Next, I squeezed into her snug, sun-kissed yellow shorts. To complete the ensemble, I pulled over one of her casual tees. Clad in a crisp white tee emblazoned with the cheerful visage of Minnie Mouse, I felt prepared for a day of adventure. My feet were snug in white socks and comfy trainers, the cartoon mouse not bothering me in the slightest. After a hearty breakfast, I announced to my mom that I was off to zip around the neighborhood on my scooter. Astride my sister's vibrant pink scooter, I zipped through the neighborhood with a brisk pace. The streets were deserted, a stark contrast to the usual scene of friends gathered in play. I continued on, reaching the street's end, where a lengthy slope awaited, offering a thrilling descent that made my heart race with excitement. Gliding effortlessly down the incline, the scooter carried me forward on momentum alone. Suddenly, an unexpected jolt sent me soaring into the air, and I tumbled off, my knees bearing the brunt of the fall. As I gathered myself, a vehicle halted beside me, and from it emerged a gentleman. Approaching with concern etched on his face, he inquired, "Are you all right, young miss?" Tears streamed down my face as I clutched my injured knees. The man noticed my distress and gently remarked, "We need to take care of those scrapes, young one." His assumption of my gender went uncorrected. It was a familiar misunderstanding. "Let's get you home safely. What's your name?" he questioned. "Sammy," I replied. With a carrying hand, he assisted me into the car's front seat and secured the seatbelt around me. My thoughts turned to my scooter. "I'll stow it safely in the back," he assured me. True to his word, he placed the scooter in the trunk, then settled into the driver's seat, and we set off. I informed him that my residence was situated at the distant extremity of the lane. He'd insisted that a medical facility visit was imperative due to the severe abrasions on my knees. As we journeyed for an extended duration, curiosity prompted me to inquire about the proximity of the hospital. He reassured me it was merely a short distance away. However, a sudden detour down a secluded driveway revealed an obscured cottage. The vehicle came to a halt. It dawned on me, this was certainly not the destination I had anticipated. He mentioned that the hospital was a considerable distance away, but fortuitously, his spouse was a nurse who could tend to my wounds. Approaching the car, he opened the door with a gentle motion. With a swift click, he released the seatbelt and lifted me with ease. We proceeded into the secluded bungalow where his wife awaited. "Meet Hilda," he said, introducing his partner. Her smile was warm, her greeting kind, as she remarked on my appearance. He explained to her that he had come across me in a residential area within the town. In response, she pressed a tender kiss to his cheek. They referred to me affectionately as their little girl, which left me puzzled. I was not a girl, nor were they my family. He instructed her to attend to my cleanliness and mend my scraped knees. She proposed a soothing bath, followed by dressing my wounds. Guiding me to the washroom, she initiated the water flow, then proceeded to remove my garments. I questioned the necessity of a full bath, given that only my knees were injured. She pointed out the grime that coated my legs, expressing their preference for a spotless child in their home. She gently removed my Minnie Mouse top along with my footwear, and then carefully undid the buttons of my sun-yellow shorts, letting them fall to the floor. There I stood, clad in delicate undergarments adorned with tiny royal figures. Her eyes widened in surprise, and she called out for Beauty in a sharp breath. He hurried into the room, only to pause at the sight. "Hilda, this child is a boy," he stated plainly. But his attire was that of a girl's, and his hair flowed long. Plus, he owned a scooter painted the softest shade of pink. She protested, her voice tinged with confusion. "What shall we do with him, Beauty?" she inquired, her tone laced with concern. Beauty shook his head resolutely. "We cannot return him now, Hilda. It's far too late for that. We shall embrace him as he is. He may yet be the little girl we wish for." She gave a solemn nod. "Perhaps that's true." My voice rose in protest. "I'm not your little girl. I need to be with my mom." Their response was firm. "This is your home now. You're the daughter we've longed for. Remember, disobedience will not be tolerated, and henceforth you shall be known as Layla." Tears welled up in my eyes, but she was unmoved. "Enough, Layla. Any more tears, and you'll face consequences." I quickly wiped away the tears and froze in place. "There, that's better, Layla. You wouldn't like to be punished, right?" I shook my head. "No, Mrs. Hilda." She corrected me sternly. "It's Mommy Layla. Say it." With a small voice, I complied. "Yes, Mummy." Hoisting me gently into the bath, she lathered and rinsed every inch with care. Once I emerged, she cocooned me in a warm towel and perched me atop a stool. Tenderly, she applied a soothing balm to my knees, followed by neat bandages. "Your hair needs tending, Layla," she declared. With a gentle tilt of my head above the basin, she washed, treated it with a fragrant solution, and then, with meticulous hands, wound my hair into curlers until my head was adorned with a crown of them. Guiding me into a chamber awash with hues of blush, a sanctuary of femininity unfolds. Amidst the sea of plush companions and storybooks, she presents me with delicate undergarments, a stark contrast to the plain ones my sibling dons. Adorned with ruffles and crafted from lace, they whisper of innocence in a ballet slipper pink. A sense of unease washes over me as I behold them. Must I really wear these? I inquire, a plea hidden within the question. "Now, Layla, you've blossomed into the young lady I've always envisioned," she declares with a hopeful glint in her eye. Slipping into the garments, their silky caress is undeniable, draping me in essence of delicate femininity. Next, she unveils a frock from the closet, its fabric a tapestry of purest white lace, with dainty sleeves and a kaleidoscope of soft hues playing hide and seek beneath the surface. Hesitantly, I voice my reluctance. I'd rather not don this attire. She commands me to wear it, addressing me as Layla. I shout in defiance, refusing outright. She pulls me onto her lap and tugs down my frilly panties. She spanks my bottom hard, repeatedly. I scream that I won't wear it. She keeps hitting me, insisting I must say, "I will wear the dress, Mummy." She keeps spanking me, the pain intensifying with each blow. I cry and finally give in, saying, "I will wear the dress, Mummy." She responds, "Good girl, Layla." She lifted me from her lap and gently pulled the frilly panties over my sore bottom, each touch igniting a painful burn. Blinking away tears, I allowed her to dress me in a girlish frock, guiding my arms through the sleeves. Wearing a dress for the first time in my life, I felt incredibly embarrassed and humiliated. I looked like a little baby girl. She gently guides my feet into soft sandals and coaxes me to sit, despite the tenderness of my bottom. As she pats my hair dry and unfurls the rollers, bouncy curls spring to life, framing my face like a young girl's delicate ringlets. With each ribbon she knots into my hair, Sammy fades further away in the mirror, and in his place, Layla emerges, a sweet, innocent-looking little girl with an air of unspoiled grace. As she departs to fetch our midday meal, she instructs me to remain well-behaved and enjoy my solitude. With a soft click, the bedroom door secures itself, leaving me in contemplative isolation. The notion of flight crosses my mind, yet the sturdy, sealed windows offer no quarter. Beyond the glass lies only the dense embrace of a towering hedge, obscuring the world outside. Reclining on the soft bed, I grimace from the lingering soreness. Clutching a teddy bear close, I find comfort in the childlike act of thumb-sucking, pondering my uncertain future. Trapped in this diminutive form, freedom seems like a distant dream. This morning's joy, gleefully scooting under the warm sunshine on my rosy scooter, feels like a bygone memory. Now, I'm faced with the stark reality that any mischief or defiance could lead to another painful reprimand or consequences even more dire. The room is adorned with feminine touches throughout. As I pull open the drawers, an array of delicate undergarments greets me: lace-trimmed panties, soft camisoles, casual tees, and an assortment of tops, alongside the beginnings of a bra collection. A swimsuit and several nightdresses also make an appearance. A peek into the closet reveals a variety of dresses and skirts, each with their own flair of lace or ruffles, accompanied by an assortment of shoes and sandals, some featuring dainty heels. The vanity is a treasured trove of hair accessories, an assortment of combs and brushes, an array of hair slides, clips, bands, ribbons, and colorful scrunchies. Jewelry adorns the space too, with necklaces, bracelets, and earrings suited for pierced ears, though I remind myself those aren't for me. It's a collection fit for any girl's desires, yet here I am, a boy amidst it all. My eyes then catch sight of a box. Lifting the lid, I'm greeted by a kaleidoscope of beauty products. Nail polishes in a rainbow of colors, lipsticks from subtle nudes to bold reds, an array of foundations and blushes to suit various complexions, alongside eyeshadows and mascaras for crafting countless looks. This is the realm I stepped into, one steeped in feminine allure. Yet, the faces of my soon-to-be guardians remain unknown to me. A pang of longing strikes me. Will I ever reunite with my mother and sister? Thank you for joining us on another captivating journey through Zoe's stories. Remember to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a tale. Until next time, keep exploring, keep imagining, and keep believing in the magic of storytelling. See you in the next chapter.